Hello everyone and welcome back. My name is Matt Letter and today we're going to continue the Pillars of Eternity Let's Play series. So in the last recording session we've explored the tower level 1 and 2. So yeah, let's go right on up ahead to level 3 and see what awaits there. So far this tower is definitely interesting. Oh, we're at the top. Okay, this doesn't look good. We remember just a contraption such as these.
Sure.
Let's try this configuration. Still nothing. Confounded device.
Standing near the device feels like being blown about by a storm gale. The stone steps hum with energy. Hey, let's talk to that guy then. A man hunches over the strange mechanism, his spine a sharp ridge rising from his arched back. He is barely clothed in filthy rags, and the patches of skin you see are mottled green. A spoiled stench emanates from him. He is so intent on his work that he doesn't notice you until your shadow falls over him. When he turns and sees you, he snarls and scuttles behind an Adra pedestal. Only his bare teeth seem to have escaped decay. His eyes are yellowed and bloodshot, but they flicker with intelligence. He averts his gaze and holds a hand in front of his face.
Shouldn't be here. What do you want?
Okay, tell me what happened here.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
He smashes his fist into the Adra pillar. His hand makes a crunching noise but doesn't bleed.
Forgive me. Forgive me. Research. We came to do research on the tower. Some commission from gods. It hardly matters now.
Given the catastrophe that followed, the commission and your research might matter a great deal. That has nothing to do with the death in the streets. Focus.
Something happened on our 11th night. Lights in the sky and a static charge in the air. But we were so careful. We were staying in the chambers below. Trindig, my assistant, said he saw a robed figure lurking around the tower. Wore a mask, carried knives at his sides. A trick of shadows, I told him. The next morning we felt strange, like we hadn't eaten in weeks. So dazed that we didn't at first notice the blood around our beds, the strange wounds that had appeared overnight. And the machine, this cursed spire, dormant for 2,000 years, lifeless through hundreds of our experiments, and we wake that morning to find it spinning on its own. On its own! How can we stop what we couldn't start? Years I've been doing this. Years. I know how these things work, but I don't know how this happened. Nowhere to go. That's the problem. Their souls are trapped here like flies in a jar, clinging to rotting meat.
Okay, slow down. What does the machine have to do with souls?
No time to slow down. But I can explain. Hold a magnet over iron splinters and they stick, yes? Rub your hand over weir wool and the hair of your head will follow it. So it is with this machine.
He looks at you and runs his tongue along the edges of his fine, strong teeth. He quickly looks away.
It has the power to manipulate souls, but why? For what? And how many others lie buried in the ruins of Erglanfath? No. Focus on this one. It's imprisoned our souls in our bodies. Cut the root between essence and flesh. Left a dwindling soul stuck in a shriveling husk.
Okay, so how can I help?
Not your help I need. It's Harridan, shrew. Squanders her research on frivolities, then refuses to make herself useful. Runes. The runes are the last part of the puzzle. Acantha knows them. She gives them to you, and you can turn the machine off. Release our souls.
Okay, there was a stranger in the tower in the night this happened.
I didn't see him. My assistant He saw him. We laughed. Said he was spooked by the cemetery. Perhaps it was already too late. I don't know what he did. But by morning the machine was on and we were slain. People were already on the streets, complaining of neighbors and family members acting strangely.
Okay, so you're not like the ghouls on the street.
Not yet. But I will be. My body is dead. My soul, imprisoned in this corpse, only makes it seem otherwise. And as the body decays, so does the mind. Until nothing is left but the hunger. The only way to forestall the process is through a regular infusion of essence. Living flesh is the only ready supply. I'm not proud of any of it. Hunting men and women in the early days of the affliction. Picking off soldiers that came to investigate. But I'd do it again. I'll do it as long as I must to end this disaster.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
You could help. Help me end this. Help me find sustenance.
I certainly won't help you find sustenance. So what happened to the rest of your team? I can already quite clearly imagine.
By the time I realized what had happened, the district had already been sealed. So we fed when we needed, and locked ourselves in the tower to work. And then there came a time when the hunger struck. And there was hardly anyone left.
Yeah, called it. He ate his assistant. Okay, so I'll get the words from Ikantha.
Yes. Ikantha. She was here. In the district. Probably here still. Always prepared. Clever lady, that one. And perhaps you'll bring me something.
No.
Something to keep me sharp. Then I show you a secret about the machine. Something to make you strong.
Certainly not. This is an animancer in his natural state, Watcher. Never has he respected the sanctity of God's creations. Only now he no longer has the cunning to hide it. He should be put down like a sick animal, although not without first putting his spirit to the flames test. Okay, so now it's off to go find Ikantha. Oh, nice, they actually implemented something I would have liked in the lighthouse. We can just proceed to the bottom. A very much useful feature. I hope they make plenty of use of it throughout the game. Could have used it in the lighthouse, as I already said. Let's go fast mode. So, back to Ikantha. And I guess it'll probably end in us murdering her. Again. She's actually already dead. Here we go. So, let's set up our group here. Formation like that is suitable for me.
I'm ready. You return. What if you come seeking this time?
I need the words that operate the Within machine in that tower.
That fool Aldhelm. He sent you, didn't he? I can hardly believe he's had the cleverness to survive. That simpleton thinks he can understand how to use something without understanding what it is, or why it is.
You feel a hot core of pride smoldering at the center of her soul.
He dabbles with ancient and powerful devices, with all the finesse of a blacksmith. He sends you here to petition me for aid after years of disparaging my research. I'll bet he didn't even tell you the tower's name, did he? That's his problem. Always looking for solutions without caring for meaning.
So yeah, the problem in Heritage Hill is a bit bigger than your rivalry, Ikantha. What do I care? I prepared myself for an eventuality such as this. And I can assure you, those dwindling souls in the streets are beyond caring as well. Her pride burns brighter still. Okay, tell me the tower's name.
Ternuneth. It's called Ternuneth. They built the machine atop it to contain souls, hold them in place. But the others I've seen, machines scattered all over the Deerwood, are relays, built to move souls.
Okay, that's interesting. Where would they move souls?
Another mystery. Hypothetically, anywhere they wished. The real question, as always, is why? To intermix them the way a player shuffles his deck, the way a farmer rotates his fields? To collect them, like butterflies under glass? To melt them down for raw essence? Unfortunately, I don't know.
Why would the Engwithans have wanted to tether souls like this?
Perhaps they didn't. Perhaps that's why they built no other machines like this one. We now see the Engwithans as masters of soul manipulation, but they couldn't have attained their expertise without copious trial and error. Perhaps this was one such experiment.
That's a very good possibility, actually. Okay, so you seem to know a lot about Ter Noent.
I read the runes like a journal. I understand their meaning. People like Aldhelm try to read them like instructions, and in so doing, they miss their true meaning completely.
Okay, so how do you operate the machine?
Back to these tinkers' concerns. And what would you do with these tethered souls if I told you?
I'd release
So
them.
you say. And just what would you release them to? They'd abandon their existence here for another somewhere else, equally aimless and meaningless.
I could help you, but I won't. The pride lodged in her soul flares up, twisting into the shape of something that writhes and squeals within her. Here I have specimens aplenty, and time enough to observe them all. It's every scientist's dream. My answer is no. We can extinguish her pride? Let's try. The fate of these trapped souls is more important. They're inconsequential. Their existence means nothing. They don't even understand their predicament, which you and I see so clearly. Her pride blazes on. Through them, I'll accomplish more than any of my peers. You can't leave these souls imprisoned. And who will stop me? Only I understand the control words for Ter Noent. So yes, I can. And who will know about it? The pride thing flickers as the flames around it abate. All I've learned, years of studying the Engwithan language, no one understands it better than me. That counts for something. Your knowledge is meaningless unless it's shared. A foolish and false sentiment. Knowledge is meaning. It needs no external purpose. Her pride smolders still. But what use is it? Her pride rages inside her. Useless! Why must something so pure be fashioned into a blunt instrument? Your opportunities here are finite. One day that knowledge will die with you. The pride hisses and sputters. It's little more than an ember now. You're wrong. But there's no conviction in her voice. I'll build it forever. I'll cling to it. That will give me something. Teach me what you know, and I'll make sure it grows and your legacy lives on. Your words finally quench her pride, and all that remains is a blackened diamond-hard rock. You cast it away where it melts into the darkness.
So be it. My studies and efforts shall grow through yours. These are the words you need.
Her cold, dry fingertips rest on your temples, and you feel her reaching into your mind, forming images from the darkness. Runes flash through your head, but they're no longer just pictures. They have meaning, and you understand them. They're commands. Something triggers in your mind, a distant memory unearthed from a past life long since buried. You can see vast array of runes, far more than Nicantha has shown you, and you know their sounds and their meaning and how they fit together. The language of Engwith, once more at your command.
Something has awakened in your mind. You understand far more than I ever did. Take this knowledge, then, and do what you will with Ter Nuneth. Now that you understand its purpose, It will serve you in whatever way you wish.
Good. Okay. Explain how these controls work? Harnessing the power of german-ness is about understanding what it was designed to do. You know the words and their meanings, you can speak them, and the tower shall obey. What do I do with the tower now that I know these words?
Turn it off, I expect. That will be easy now that you can read the runes. The vessels would still roam, but striking them down would return their essence to the cycle. But be careful. That machine controls hundreds of souls, and that volume of essence could easily overload it. Improperly channeling the essence would destroy the machine along with the souls. It would be a terrible loss for posterity.
I'm not exactly sure if it would be that much of a loss. If only we could all get the animancers together in one place, perhaps we could destroy their souls as well. Okay, that's all, thanks. We've had these in the discussion, I believe. Okay, so let's move on then. Let's see what we can actually do with the tower then. What choices it gives us. I'd certainly like to release these souls back into the cycle. Because that is the natural place. They should be in the cycle. Okay, so do we have the quick move again? Can we go straight to the top? Yep. I really like that feature. Okay. Let's actually quick save here. And then talk to that guy here, Altom. Altom looks much worse than before. His rotten flesh hangs loosely, and sores have eaten away patches of skin at his joints. He looks at you with a strange glimmer in his eyes.
Flesh.
He doubles over, coughing up strings of black bile. He seems to have forgotten about you for the moment. Okay. Now that I can understand the Angwithan language, I can return to the machine at the top and do something about the curse affecting Heritage Hill. Well, we won't need his help, I hope. A jagged Ardra pillar rises in front of you, encased in stonework and run through with copper veins. The panel is covered with runes, which you can now understand. You recognize the words for end and for hold. The dial is currently fixed on hold. You also recognize by an inscription that the manner in which you turn the dial is a means of throttling the device. We don't overload it, we just end it. As the command words leave your lips, the dial sinks into the ardor under your hand. Something like a thunderclap sounds overhead. The glow fades from the machine as it falls dormant. Major positive for Defiance Bay. We've had clerical errors, new quest, but let's first deal with Altom.
Still and silent. It's finally over.
So, that's all? Not gonna die or something? Seems like nothing's around here. Let's go down one level. I wanna see if something changed inside the tower. Doesn't seem like it. So let's quickly check the stronghold note. We've paid the hirelings and clerical errors. Toward the end of the Saints' War, the Battle of Mercy Vale saw the Dewoodans suffer terrible defeat at the hands of their northern neighbors, the Radcrans. Many relics of Macronite saints were lost when the invaders sacked the Church of the Winding Flame. In the years since the war's end, all of the relics were believed to have been accounted for. It wasn't until recently that Macron's faithful realized 3 items were erroneously marked down as recovered. The hand of Saint Ygritte, a lock of the hair from Saint Dodon, and the tears of Saint Borgia. Macronites are making inquiries across the Deerwood about their whereabouts. This sounds like something for a cleric to do. Okay, Nara is assigned to that. Building still in progress. Yeah, 16 more hours. Let's see if the streets are now filled with spirits again. Out we go. Maybe the lingering fog is now banished as well. No. Oh, someone's coming here. Dunrid Row Messenger. Beg your pardon, I have a message for you. You are summoned to Hardred House, where Lady Webb wishes to meet with you as soon as possible. Not much you can do in these parts without Lady Webb knowing about it. At least that's what I'd always heard. Guess it's true. Where did you know how to find me? Well, it's Lady Webb. She knows everything. Tell me about her. Do you not know Lady Webb? She is... well, no one's seen her exactly in a long time, but she is the mistress of Dunrid Row. Has been for as long as anyone can remember. He pauses, eyeing passerbys with suspicion. Yeah, passerbys here, right. Quietly he continues. She's supposed to be old, older than anybody, and she never leaves her room. Some say she's wasted away and she's just a pile of bones kept animated by dark magics. Still, she's still at it, best anyone can tell. Learning things, keeping us safe, pulling the strings behind the throne too, it's said. Has a ring of ciphers doing her bidding, telling her everything that goes on. You do wrong in this country before you go asking the gods for forgiveness. Best you ask Lady Webb first. Okay, very well. Let's see if Acantha has anything new to say. Okay, okay, the quest is actually properly finished and done for. Let's go inside real quick. And then see if we can do something about Acantha. Oh, she is actually no longer here. Nowhere? Indeed, nowhere. Oh well. I'll also take the chance and actually rest outside, near that one chest of the camping supplies. So I essentially get a free resting. Let's position our guys to be safe, and then rest. Nothing new happened on our companions. We take the camping supplies, and then we move out. The tower, it's off. Does it mean the curse on Heritage Hill is lifted? It wasn't a curse, but yes, the district is safe again. I think it'll be some time before anyone will be willing to settle in the district again, but at least we can get started on restoring it. True enough. So, let's go to Brackenbury. Because we've got a meeting there. Let's see if something happens here. Nothing, okay. Ah! Older rope man. As you near the apparition, you are overcome suddenly by a powerful anxiety that sits like a stone in your stomach. The feeling is not quite real, the recollection of an emotion rather than the emotion itself. It wrenches your insides nevertheless. The apparition's brow is tensed, a look of concern plain across its face.
The other missionaries say you have been neglectful of your duties.
My mind has been elsewhere.
Oh? And what troubles you?
The pain in your stomach deepens, and you feel for a moment as though you are about to be sick. Your mouth has gone dry. Forgive me, Eminence. I wish to leave the order. The man folds his fingers together and presses them to his mouth. Thoughtful.
You have been an apt student, and your convictions have inspired those around you. May I ask what has changed to make you feel this way?
I've done something unforgivable. The apparition exhales slowly and its lips press together, a sympathetic rapport in its eyes. It places its hands on your shoulder.
I see. And you would cast yourself out, is that it?
What I've done, no god would have me now.
If you believe that, then I have failed you as a teacher. There are many gods so that all people are looked after, no matter who they are or what they've done. The only ones who need fear anything are those who abandon their gods, thinking all is lost. But for those who beg help and forgiveness, the gods always provide.
Only for the deserving.
I will tell you the truth. There may be some among the gods who would see you punished. But after punishment comes absolution, redemption. Whatever stain there is upon your soul, the gods can wash it clean. But you must dedicate yourself to them in return. That is what makes one deserving. Will you return the faith they put in you?
The knot in your stomach seems to loosen all at once, and the anxiety is replaced with something else entirely. Something warm and soothing. And it is something you know you can never repay. As the vision fades, you start to become cognizant to the many odd looks aimed in your direction. Your last response echoes in your mind. I will. Okay, so that was certainly interesting.
Hail and well met.
A courier, excuse me, but I've been looking for you. You're the one who lifted the curse on Heritage Hill. My lady, who wishes to remain anonymous, has entrusted me with bringing you this pistol. It belonged to a dear friend of hers who was lost to the curse. For your part in reclaiming Heritage Hill, my lady wishes you to have it. Here, may it serve you well in battle. Thank you. She bows. You are quite welcome. Saint Garam's Spark. Now I must be off. Farewell. Okay, let's look at the new pistol. Saint Garam's Spark. Who had the pistol? Palagina had one, right. So let's compare them, not compare them. Okay, so this one has more attack speed. St. Garam's Spark has a bit more damage. More accuracy for guys aiming at the same target as her. It's not bad. I actually think we may give it to Durance here. No need for the arquebus. And actually, on that note, I'm gonna end this episode. I do thank you all for watching, hope you've had some fun. I'm certainly still interested to see how all of this is turning out. It's a very cool game so far. And yeah, if you did like the content, consider commenting, liking or subscribing. Just hit me up on the YouTube comments or on Twitter at _MattLetter. And yeah, that's it from me for today. Thank you again for watching, see you the next time!